Welcome back to Impact Me Podcast. I'm so excited to be with you again. This is literally a very special moment into my life because very happy announcement that this dream is getting a facelift. Now, the reason for it is I believe that every single growth and change and every single milestone that I have hit bring me new knowledge in life, bring me a new level of deepening the information that I already have learned, or bring me even more wisdom into what I already have mastered. And for the last 2 years and 4 rounds of the dream, I have welcomed 68 beautiful women souls into the communities, into the system of growth, into the system of effortless success. And I'm that intuitive and passionate person. I cannot just repeating the same thing all over again. And also, as much as I have grown, I feel like there is a time, and this is a perfect timing for that dream to have an immediate, like an immense shift towards the next level that I already know it's meant for me. So I'm just so happy to talk about it. And if you're not interested in that dream, you really wanted to stay here because this is where I personally share about the path growth that I've taken a path for the last 2 years to really get here. So what is it going to be for you? What is it that going to really change how you live life? I think for that dream, it used to be a removing the hidden blockages to manifest your best life, because a lot of the women who came into the tribe have this significant big goal and big dream in their life, and they just couldn't be able to see how possible it is for them to get it. And for a long time, people actually know me for manifestation. People know me for feminine energy. People have known me for, that coach who can just do some dusty magic and things just happen and fall into places, and her client just manifests big chunk of money or having a big opportunity landing on their laps all the time. And for a very long time, I was wondering and curious on what exactly that I'm doing here on my path, like what exactly that I am providing and offering. I know the gifts that I'm giving to the world is so significant, but to putting it into word is so different from cases to cases. For a lot of people, it's a shift in their marriage. For a lot of people, is the ability to grow into the next version of themselves. For some other, it's literally breaking through their own limiting belief or financial capacity that they have never think they can get. And I came to realize this one significant point, and I really wanted to give that to you, is this one. Regardless of how success looks like for you, it can be that you wanted to grow that next business. It can be that you wanted to really be successful, earning that financial compensations that you always want. It can be the financial rewarding that you have been asking for many times. It can also be that you just want to sponsor your family on a vacation and you want that extra cash. It can also be that you want that impacts, that influences, that change in other people's lives. And that calling inside of you, I call it the calling because that calling inside of you is asking for you and inviting you to step into a bigger role in your life. It's stepping into a bigger role in your life. And for that bigger vision to happen, for that bigger life to start being actualizing in your life, manifesting in your life, you have to be someone different, right? You have to be that next level person of who you are. And at the same time, that next level person of who you are is not something strange. That next level person of who you are is literally what's the highest potential in you got buried underneath the fear, the limiting belief, the doubts, the questioning, the standards, the rules of life, whatever you have programmed and learned along the way, pick up along the way, have buried this potential down and deep down so that it couldn't be manifested outside of you. So whatever you want next, that seems so crazily big, that seems like a beyond the imagination kind of goal, is actually the calling to pull out that potential that was buried deep inside of you to be coming out of you, to be brought into life, to be prevailing the dark side, right? The light side is the most exciting, but at the same time, the most fearful side of us. Like we are more powerful than who we think we are. And this is the scariest path. We are more powerful than who we think we are. We can create so many things. And in fact, you already create lots of things in your life. All of the things in your life right now are created by you, are driven by your previous thoughts, belief system, emotions, blockages, perceptions, and meaning that you put on it, right? If you have meaning that I'm not successful, then no matter what you do, you're going to sabotage yourself by that 90 minutes and just dump everything and give up altogether because you never believe that you can succeed, or you can just get sick. And that is how you take time off and have an excuses that, oh, I couldn't do it. It's not in the right timing right now. So this is literally how we create everything in life. We created that challenge. We created that issues. We created that arguments. We attracted the sickness. We attracted that that hard, kind of like very, very hard to deal with clients, so that we just felt so discouraged and just wanted to give up on this journey. We attracted that. And do we want to attract that intentionally? I believe we don't. We don't do it consciously. We do it secretly. We do it behind the curtain. We do it unconsciously. And that is how, when we can tap onto and allowing that highest potential to come out of us and realizing that we actually create everything in life. Wow. Like we can create that next big jump. We can create that next version. We can create that next big goal, right? And up leveling and grow exponentially with ease and effortless success, activating your highest potential, whatever the words might click in your mind. It's literally the invitation or the calling that you are meant for something bigger. You're meant for something bigger. You're that vision that you see as a child, or you see for the last few months, or you see repeatedly for the last few weeks, or even few years. It's so meant for you. It's not there to trigger you. It's not there to make you feel frustrated on your growth. It is there to invite you to grow faster, to move out of this normal, ordinary life routine into that change, into that zone of the unknown. And I believe so much. And I've seen what the gifts that dream have given to many women can summarize in that one sentence, is to literally break through the hidden blockage that we all unconsciously have, activated them as a fuller potential to live a life of no regrets. At the end of the day, you are not going to remember the moment of you nailing that 6-figure or 7-figure or 8. You don't remember how easy or how hard it was to have that first $1 million. You don't remember how many clients or how many people are like raving about you, but you do remember the pride moment where you can give that money to your parents and repaying them for all the efforts that they're putting in. You would remember the proud moment where you can sponsor them for the vacations and literally retire them earlier than what they think. You can remember the heartfelt moment where your baby just smiled at you and feels so proud because she see you in her graduation, because you run a business so that you can make time for your little ones and not just take away time from her. You would remember the moments that you touch your partner's hands and both of you walking towards a sunset, feeling so much growing inside, even if you grow on a different path, but you know that you guys are growing together on the same journey. You would remember how touching feelings it felt to receive someone thank you notes after years and years of you maybe do a speech and just give out some random gifts and you never think about it, but then it changed the person's life and they just come back and thank you for that. The memories, the life enriching moment is what we're going to carry for a long time until the rest of our life. To live a life to its fullest means that you have to activate to your fullest potential. And to activate your fullest potential, it means that it is time for you to start living off fear. It's not like you don't have fear. Like fear is part of human brain. It's very normal. It's common for us to have fear. Fear is like the part of our our brains that is very, very human. It's very natural. I call it like the natural basis of a human to have fear, because that is a ability to protect you from a hot stoving pans, and to protect you from not touching the fire and get yourself burned, and to protect you from not dropping that boiling water into your face, right? It's that mechanism to protect yourself, to survive, to keep you live for a long time in a physical safety way. So fear is something we have to work with, we have to live with for the rest of our life. And you have to be able to how to manage fear, how to handle fear. It is time to activate your highest potential by setting that little girl inside of you that felt so hurt all the time, was felt rejected, felt unseen, felt unheard, and feel like she have to have the value be seen by other people, setting her back at the back seat, and so that you can drive the car. You become that adult, you become that parents of the child that little girl inside of you really, really crave for, and that she didn't have lots of that healthy modeling as a child, right? Your parents might give you a perfect childhood of physical safety and all of that. There was a lot of emotional things that happened. I wouldn't call it trauma because that's too heavy of a word, but there's a lot of incidents of emotion that created in you. And it's our job to right now be aware of it and now work on it and removing it. It is time for you to get out of that internal emotional blockage. Like I've talked to a client, she was working with me on February, signing up for limitless living, and she was having a really crazy big goals of $1 million this year. She was a successful woman in her career already, in her coaching. She know how to make sales and all of that, and she saw a big dip in her February income, and she felt completely devastated for that. Like, you know, like for us, if we already have nailed that 40-50k months, earning something like 15k is like zero. It's like going back to zero, kind of like, because we have a lot of expenses to spend on. So, and she felt devastating. She was questioning, and she was doing many things. It was just that little girl in her needed that more attention, more releasing that emotional blockage. And I walked her through an emotional shifting experiences, and literally within that next 10 days, she attracts 5,000 new sales. Like this is new sales, totally new sales coming in. And I would believe that by March, she would make a lot more than what she made in January. So this is when emotional blockage, when it is healthily releasing, when you can address them right at the moment they come up, when you don't just ignore your headache and your back pain and, you know, your belly cramps and all of that physical symptoms of pain. And when you know how and what does it mean for each pain, you would literally be able to shift out of it and allow yourself to be activated at the highest potential. When you no longer live under the brain logical ways and allow yourself to go to the unknown all the time. Because girl, whatever crazy big dream you have is something totally unknown to you, something totally out of the world imagination for you right now. And the good thing about it is, because this is unknown, it's miraculous, it's already, it can be happening. But the negative thing is we don't work with unknown all the time. We got taught as a child to fear the unknown. We got taught as a child to fear the darkness. We got taught as a child to never step into that dark alley. But we don't know the difference between physical darkness and mental darkness. The dark space inside of you is a space where you can create absolutely anything. But most of the time, people lose out that power by walking away and run away from that dark space. So face it head on is ability to bring the highest potential outside of you. And this part of, removing blockage, it's just the first part I revamp in the next Stage Dream. The Stage Dream is no longer just a manifestation program. Stage Dream is literally a place I really wanted to help people, not just knowing the knowledge, but going through that experiences, working with me in that experiences. I'm guiding, creating that safe space and guiding them through that experiences, because doing it by yourself is going to be so scary. Let's face it, doing it by yourself, you're going to find all sort of reasons to not do it. The client that I even challenged, she's like, wow, like if I don't sign up for this, I wouldn't pay like that much money. She paid me like multiple 5 figure. So a lot of money to get coached. And if I wouldn't pay for that much money, I wouldn't be able to really follow through with this illogical advice. Because this is how it is. Our brain would find all the reasons not to do it, all the excuses not to act on it, not to act on the action that actually bring you the results. So, my dear, if your dreams are serious, mean business to you, if you know you meant for something bigger, not out of greediness in life, but you meant for that crazy big life, you really wanted for the first time to really see who you are inside and the highest potential of you. I don't even say it highest potential. It might be the next higher potential for now, but you have so much potential inside. But you have to start living off fear, living off doubt, living off that logical brain, living in the miracle zone. And this is literally where Daydream is created intentionally to provide a space for 3.5 months. If you want to go longer, you definitely want to rejoin many Daydream round. Các bạn này hơi vấp nhé. And so I want you to really see that, right? How can you be more? How can you be the kind of person who has and is everything you want to be? Literally, that would be the next highest potential. And I don't just work with, step system. It's literally the energy and the mindset and the blockage that I'm going to walk in and help you remove it inside the dream. Revamping is happening right now. I haven't opened door for this round yet. Door is officially open this Friday, the 1st of April. But you can definitely want to get into the round right now with the pre-sales price, which have $500 off. And if you know that and you listen to me, you know that the dream that you want so big inside is there, is ready to be activated by you, DM me right now, Daydream. DM my Instagram at empower.muse. On Facebook is Mindful Coach, MAIIVU Coach. And just DM Daydream and let's talk about how the dream can help you achieving and creating, actualizing that next big dreams in your life. Now, you might think that you might need another years before you are ready. And I want to let you to know this one. You would never be ready for anything to happen in life. Literally, like this is what I learned from becoming a mom. You would never literally feel ready for anything in life unless you start preparing yourself for it right now. If you don't change and you already feel the growth and you don't change right now, you are refusing the calling, well, then life would give you a bigger opportunity, which is the deeper pain in order to get there. So it's no time to lose and everything to gain here to act on it right now. Because if you have been facing a plateau, an invisible war on your own success, and you've tried all the tools and the masculine system, all the strategies and everything, and it still doesn't break it, this is literally the last answer. That is the key to unblock that war for you. I've coached so many women on this part to hear how they say, literally, this is the missing piece that they never know existed, that they need to get to that next level faster, more effortless, easier, and with more joy in life. I welcome you to that new realm of Daydream. It's so exciting. It's only available for high value women who achieve and who have achieved and wanted to achieve higher, more impacts, more meaning out of life, who wanted to really see what's the highest potential she is and not living under fear anymore. All right, and DM me Daydream. Door is now open for pre-launch only before we officially start off on the 1st of April. We have a lot of fast action bonus like the breathwork aligned planning and also giving away the magnetic meditation and fast action bonus. And the first call kicking off on the 1st of April is where we meet personally for the first time as a group. And I'm going to walk you through the powerful intentional setting for the whole Daydream. So you don't want to miss that 1st of April mark. And so whenever you're tuning in right now, DM me Daydream before it's too late to join because half seat is already gone. Love you and talk to you soon.